Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. Sign up for a 1-week free trial, no credit card required, for access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Checking in on gold here and the miners. It is July 4th, so the regular market is closed right now. I believe we're closed until 5 p.m. Eastern. Hours are a little bit odd, but what we have is an all-out dump to end Monday, and it was very significant with oversold RSIs on lots of levels. This is the daily chart. We just almost got oversold down here, but the RSI did not drop below 30, so not quite oversold yet. We're seeing a bounce attempt, but at this point we do need to be cautious because it is a weak bounce attempt. So looking on the hourly time frame, this is one of the most oversold that I've seen gold get in a long time, with the volume dumping to the downside and the RSI on the hourly. We were down in single digits. That's very significant. And we look on the 4-hour time frame, and we can see that we were down here at the 20 RSI. So that's also very significant. We scroll back and say, what's the last time that the RSI hit down at 20 on the 4-hour? And it was on the dump in May, and then we had a huge bounce following that dump. So keeping a close eye on things right now, but this 4-hour chart is a bear flag. We need to be very cautious of this because it cooled off the RSI from oversold, but it was a very weak bounce. We didn't even get back one candlestick of dumping with multiple hours of bounce, and now we're close to rolling back over. So on the hourly time frame, I would draw the channel for this trend of support, and need to line this up, but it's really the support line that all I care about, and we did break that line. A little bit sloppy, but you get the idea. We broke the support uptrend line just recently, and that's a red flag because that increases the odds that it is a bear flag and just a short-term bounce. Same thing here. The RSI has cooled off significantly into the 40s on the hourly time frame before seeing a bit of a pullback. So we need to be very cautious at these levels for gold, and stop losses if we break down at the low. And there's going to be a really nice bounce opportunity if we do break this level. So very key support of 1218. If we break 1218, we'll be looking to test the next support on the daily time frame, and that's going to be down right here at 1214. So it's only a support by $4, and if 1214 breaks, we're looking down at 1200 psychological. So those will be targets if we see another leg to the downside, and we'll see if we get a bottom fishing play if the bulls can form a higher low compared to this 1218 support, and then a higher high to indicate that they are reversing the short-term trend. So what this gives us is a very bearish day on Monday for miners. And again, the miners are not open right now on, it is Tuesday, and that is because of July 4th. So what we have is a close at the low after a gap down, and we're down here looking at 2122 as support. So this is a bearish break of a channel that we have been in for 2 months, and we're now just looking at a couple supports, 2122 and then down to 2089. So the bears are definitely strong here, and we're looking at no sign of slowdown with the close down at the lows. So the weekly time frame for GDX, we're right back to the 200-week moving average, and that was that important support that has held a couple times. We have rejected from the middle Bollinger Band a bunch. Now we're down testing these moving averages, and if we see a bearish break of 2089, it is a very significant indication because that is the lowest price that we've seen in 2017. So we're approaching that level. We don't have a lot of support left here, and this gold weakness obviously hurting these miners. The junior miners, same thing, losing the higher. Well, actually, we do have still a support here. 3215 is the support, and we dropped down and hit 3215. So the odds that we break it are more likely than not, but we do still have that higher low pattern intact right now. If we do break that 3213 level, is actually what it is. If we do break that, we will be looking down at the next base of support, and that's down at 3089. So the bears taking back over in the short term, the weekly time frame. Key support here is the 100-week moving average, which has held multiple times. We're coming down to that level at 3131. So some moving averages on the weekly that have held in the past are close to being tested for these names, and there's gold weakness if we do see this bear flag on this 4-hour time frame. And what would indicate that is the hourly time frame just continuing to set lower highs and lower lows. So if that bear flag plays out on the 4-hour time frame, we are going to see these minor names test their key weekly moving average supports. So that's what we've got as we head into Wednesday. And we will be looking for a nice solid bounce, just not confident at this place. I was confident on the way down due to the fact that the RSI was so oversold. But then I was reminded that we would be unable to trade on this bounce attempt, and that really would tie our hands behind our back in terms of being able to move out of that position for an oversold bounce. And what we have right now is pretty much a worst case scenario for anybody that did get in looking for a bounce, just because the odds of this being a bear flag are more likely than not. So we do have a lot of trading before we open the market on Wednesday, and we'll be watching closely to see if this level breaks. I appreciate you watching. Have a good 4th of July, and we'll see you for the rest of the week.